Hey, what's going on, guys? So today we're going to be talking about next level cut tests. I saw something on a video like 2 weeks ago, and it stuck with me. And so today I was out and about running some errands, and I stopped at the smoke shop to pick up the next addition to my knife cut test medium. These are cigarette tubes. All right, so I bought the cheapest ones they had. This is $5. $5 for 250. Looks like 50 free. Maybe it used to be a box of 200. But this is for rolling your own cigarettes. All right, so these are basically just the filter and the smoking paper, rolling paper, what have you. Grab a couple here that kind of got out of order. And that's it. It's just a bunch of these tubes. Now, if you roll your own cigarettes, you know all about these. They've been around for many, many years. Yeah, I knew about it. I don't roll cigarettes. I don't smoke cigarettes. But, you know, my brother-in-law rolled cigarettes for a long time. Knock on wood. Where's some wood? There's some wood. Knock on some wood. Vinny is quitting. He already quit smoking. He went to vaping for a while, but he just quit vaping. He's doing pretty good. So, yeah, wishing him the best. My father smokes. He did not quit smoking. You know, it's tough. He's tried multiple times, like a lot of people, but still on that that journey of trying to quit. My father, I mean, he's been smoking for what, 40 years, 50 years. I mean, it's crazy. When you smoke that long, it's hard to just kick it. It's just part of his life. You know, he doesn't even think about it. He just lights it up. You know, wakes up, has a cigarette, go take a dump, has a cigarette, after a meal has a cigarette. It's just all these triggers, you know. But he did try rolling cigarettes for a while to save money, but it tastes like crap. It's kind of like people who drink regular soda, and they're like, yeah, it's really bad for me. Let me try diet soda. And they just do not like diet. They'd rather have no soda than diet soda, right? So that happens to people who smoke cigarettes too. My dad was a Marlboro guy his whole life. You know what I'm saying? Just smoked Marlboros. And to go to a, you know, bulk 5-pound bag of, you know, cheap tobacco, it's just not the same. So, yeah. But anyway, I saw someone do an amazing, amazing cut test with these tubes, and I thought, what a fantastic idea for a cut test. Now, what they did, which I'm not going to replicate in this video because I'd have to go find a knife that's that ridiculously sharp, but they had freestood this up like this and came in and did a cut, I mean, with no support at all, and came in and cut it on an angle. Now, this is kind of replicating the paper tubes. If you take a piece of regular printer paper, and, you know, copy paper, whatever, and you roll it up into a tube, you can, you know, tape both ends and leave that on, you know, a flat surface standing up. And that is a fantastic test. That's a little easier to do than this. This is like really advanced version of that. But you take that tube and you just come in, let's say this is the bigger tube. You come in on an angle, and then once the blade grips, you're basically just using pressure downwards. But it's not taped or anything. It's just loose on the table. Some people do it fast. You can do a quick slash and cut it, you know. But this is such a, you know, the smoking paper or rolling paper is such a thin material that it's way more difficult to do something like that. This is fantastic for two things for me. Now, this is a brand new razor blade. I'll talk about this. I got another one of these little razor blade OTFs, different brand. But anyway, what I'm going to do that's a little more practical for most of you guys who have really, really razor sharp blades, but not quite that, is if you support it. If you support it like this sideways, and you come in and you start to make your cut, right? Once this grabs the paper, you try to make a cut the entire length of the tube. So you cut the top off. You shear it in half, essentially. That you can do with a razor sharp edge. All right. And in addition, what's a nice bonus is that this little filter here, you can do a push cut. It's kind of hard because I don't have a, let's see, maybe I use the side of here. You do a push cut to cut. No, that's not stable enough. Darn. Hold on. I have a box off to the side. All right. So you put this flat on the table. I just want you guys to be able to see it. But essentially, you're going to do a push cut through the tube itself, all right? And when you do a push cut, it should cut nice and clean. Obviously, you do this on a harder surface. A cutting board would be nice, but you can do those push cuts through there. I do that sometimes with zip ties. Zip ties is very hard plastic, obviously, and just have a nice, straight, clean cut, all right? So, let's try this again with my old school 2X Voyager. This is the original ones, nice round handle. I mean, this is where it was at. Now, the newer versions of these are still really, really nice, but dang, man. The X2 Voyagers, and this clip point, this thing is a beast. This is one of my favorite knives of all time. So let's replicate the same thing. See how sharp this guy is. This was used and sharpened. This is something that I would hand sharpen, really take a lot of time to probably get that really nice edge on it. So again, starting here, we're doing more of a slice. We're going to try to just make it through the entire paper here. So there we go. We shaved the top off like a little boat. That wasn't too hard. Flip around. Let's try towards the front here a little bit. Oop, need to get it to grab. Now let's try another tube. There you go. I mean, that's pretty sharp. And same thing. Let's say if I pinch this, maybe I could just I can free cut through that so you can see how sharp that is as well. But these just make really interesting mediums to test your edge. Let's try something maybe a little faster. Interesting. So there you go. Let's try that too. I'll try it on the table here since this is a little bigger blade. So the idea is to just do a push cut, just push straight down, right? And there you go. Should make a clean cut. Don't want to damage my table, but man, what a cool knife. Love this thing. Even though it's big, doesn't mean it's just all novelty or toy. This is very much very, very sharp. But there you go. Interesting. If you make YouTube videos, I love to try to do one, freehand standing. I know this, this is crazy sharp, but I don't think that's capable of something like that. You have to really put a ridiculous edge. I would think that it would have to be a thinner blade as well. I'm going to try it, we'll try it like this, but I don't think it's going to work. Once you get that initial grab on it, then you're golden, but it has to bite in. This has what I would call like a utility edge. It's not crazy polished or anything. It's a little toothy, but freehand is just going to knock it over. Let's see if I can do it holding the bottom, supporting it a little bit, maybe. Oh, let's try from this side. Well, it's kind of folding it. Like I said, this is really next level stuff. I mean, you could probably, when you whittle hair with a knife, that would be easier than this. Nope. Just do that. Cut that butt again. Alright, very cool. So there you go. Just wanted to share this with you guys. Leave that out. So now I have a bunch more to play around with. Try different things. But like I said, just supporting it and doing a clean cut through, that will be definitely harder to do than regular paper. So if you do a clean cut through your printer paper or fax paper, whatever, copy paper essentially, and then you go to the next thing where maybe you grab like a phone book. A lot of people have a hard time finding a phone book. You can find these everywhere. There's smoke shops everywhere. $5 for 250 of these things. It's just cool to get that thin of a paper for cut test essentially. Right? And you can get very creative. I'm sure if you get a little cutting board, you can just make ribbon cuts, on the paper straight as well. All kinds of things. Push cuts, slicing, you name it. But just like I said, a different way to test how sharp your knives are. So if you have any more ideas for different mediums, of course, share them below. I've seen everything. Toilet paper is ridiculously hard. Again, rolling up regular printer paper is actually super fun because it's so available, and it is a little easier than something like this. But try this challenge. If you have a knife that's sharp enough to free cut through an empty, cigarette tube, post a video. I'd love to see it. I know it exists. That's where I first saw it. I first saw someone doing, I don't know what knife it was. I don't remember if it even showed the full knife. It was mostly the blade. It was a close-up, but I was just like, damn, that's definitely next level stuff. That's very cool. So anyway, that's it for now. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys have an awesome day, and I'll see you tomorrow with a brand new video. Take care.